Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Always so happy to find you here. I do upload on Mondays and Thursdays, so when you subscribe anytime while watching this video, you will be alerted when you have your notifications on when I have uploaded new content for your view. And of course, my pleasure, and it is my pleasure. Welcome to any new subscribers here. I am delighted and overjoyed to find that you have subscribed to this channel. I hope you stay for a good long while and share it with a friend. I have decided that so everything with Katt Williams and that conversation on Shannon Shay-Shay show. That's what I say, Shannon Shay-Shay show. It continues to simmer and continues to spread. And I've done 2 videos on that already and had no intentions of doing any more, trust and believe. But as I said in the prior videos, is that when the truth starts, when it is out, it spreads like wildfire. It just keeps going until it finally just settles. After seeing my last 2 videos, and if you haven't seen them, I'll drop them in the description box for your pleasure. Indeed, it's my pleasure to do so. I decided, and I had thought at the time of doing the other 2, is that it would be of poetic justice and more righteous to offer at least some interval video time for Rickey Smiley and Steve Harvey in particular, because to me, they were the 2 most subject matter for Katt's conversation. Now, Katt named a lot of people. The list got long and longer, but he really gave quite a boot, I'd say, to Rickey Smiley and Steve Harvey. And so for this video and the next video, I'm just going to give a little inlet as to what my recommendation would have been to them as to how to encounter Katt's truth. Now, what is my recommendation worth? I'd say you could look at many of my videos, but I would say that in a nutshell, that I've had so much time and experience having to deal with the ego of a person, the denial of the truth of a person, the ways of a person, the conduct, the behavior of a person, and understanding that to such a degree that it was not my intention, but I became a semi-expert in that area. And that's what others begin to call me. I got my credentials in that. I've gotten my years of experience. So this is what I mean by what would have been my recommendation based on there being the subject matters. And nothing more. Because one thing I can tell you, when you truly are dealing with the ego of a person that has a grandiose position and positional power is in play, your recommendation doesn't mean anyway. So you have to, now this is me talking, you have to have an established camaraderie with the person in the first place. You have had to learn and understand their reaction to certain things when they're in their ego way. Many years ago, there was We Are the World, the song, and all of these major stars was brought together, and Quincy Jones conducted it. It was many years ago. And the note on the door for them to enter the room was, leave your ego out here. This is about they were doing it for some, I can't recall, I just brought it off the top of my head, some nonprofit promotion. This ain't about you. Leave your ego at the door. And so it's hard to get around that because when you have the truth is the truth. When you have a grandiose position and a person is in that position, a lot of the ego has developed along the way. And so you have to be able to embrace that. So that's just my precursor to why I would have anything at all to say or recommend to them. So this particular, and I won't have to repeat this on the next one. House cleaning, I guess I'm doing. This particular one for Rickey Smiley, I would have, well, first of all, he should not have said anything. He should have exercised his right to remain silent. When an indisputable truth is being spoken or has been spoken, there's no need for you to say anything about it and try to add your entry to it. Let it sit. Leave it alone. Let it sit. It's marinating. Let people take it in. Now, what's difficult is when that indisputable truth impacts you. By default, you want to respond, how dare you? Well, it's a truth. So that's how dare I. And often a person feels they're being attacked by that truth. And they feel they need to clarify. And they feel they need to say something. They feel they need to add value. And none of those things happen the moment they start speaking. It just gets what I call wrangled up more, which in my opinion is happening to Rickey Smiley now. He should have exercised his right to remain silent. Don't say anything. Just let things calm down. Now, I know you're uncomfortable. So, in my view, with all due respect to his people, they didn't harness him well enough. Now, I'm jumping ahead from my talk, but if that was me in his position, once I came back to my clarity, because he's not in clarity, he's not in clarity. Once I got back to my clarity, many of them will no longer be my people. Because as my people, your role is to not only protect my public image, but to promote it and enhance it and strategically guide it. And that's what I'm paying you the big bucks for. Now, again, maybe his people are yes people, and I'm not good with yes people unless you're, yes, let me help you do that. Other than that, I don't have all the answers. That's why I have you. So immediately getting on the air on his radio show and praising Katt's performance. Well, this was unnecessary. Everyone knows that he was great at Money Mike. And why are we still talking about Friday After Next, which was aired in 2002? That was 22 years ago. So there's no purpose in reminding us how wonderful performance that Katt Williams did. Katt made that role, yes. But what do? You go on air for all your listeners to hear, and then you also upload it for others who can stream and see it online, I'll say, in various different forms. To me, in a word, it's combative. And again, when you're dealing with an indisputable truth, you don't combat, because you will then you'll start beginning to get unwrangled, and you'll be destroyed. So now I know this sounds, I hear warfare talk. So I don't want to use warfare talk. I know this sounds strong, but what he's in right now is he's in a strategic battle. And when the armor of truth has already slain quite a bit, just sit. You don't have, just sit. You don't have to say much. So I feel that, it was unnecessary for him to have an initial talk and bring his manager on. So when you bring your manager on, it's like, I'm bringing my boys. Well, this is wrong too. Everything, in my opinion, as a person who seeks to reconcile through kindness and compassion, because that's truly how you fix things out. People don't want to believe that. They want to, mama say, knock you out. Well, no, no, this would be your last resort. But to bring your manager on and the two of you go on and on about how wonderful a talent Katt is. Well, see, this is condescending and this is belittling. It's unnecessary. So that's three things he did in that talk that I think was wrong, wrong, wrong. The fourth one is to end his talk. The initial time we hear from him after Katt has sat with Shannon, end his talk by encouraging all listeners to go out and buy a ticket to Katt's show because Katt is touring now and you're going to want to. This is absolutely undermined. There was no need for that. He doesn't need you to promote his show. You're not his marketing agent. Have you ever promoted his show? I mean, serious. I'm I'm not I am not trying to be difficult. I know that Rickey Smiley, when I'm going to talk about the presence of Rickey Smiley emotionally in a minute, but I'm talking as a profession. There was no need to do anything about the talk. There was no need to encourage others. Katt can sell out a theater. And speaking about selling out a theater, Rickey went on to pull out his entire pedigree. Now, I'm going to drop that in the description box if you haven't heard it. I've done this, I've done that, I hire people, I have people working with me, a whole propaganda about his professional pedigree. This is defensism. You're defending yourself as an entertainer. We know you're good. Now we're wondering why it's necessary for you to tell us now. We can Wikipedia that. We can Wikipedia that. We can IMDb. All of this, so all of this in regards to his response was wrong and he shouldn't have done it. He should have exercised the right to remain silent. His people should have come to his aid and encouraged, urged, and strongly convinced him to not do it. Now, having said that, maybe they did, and he did it anyway. And to that, I'll say this. I know that at times it's very difficult to get someone to do what's best for them. You should have tried to give me cough medicine when I was a kid. My mother will tell you, it's hard sometimes. They go kick, fight, scream, even when it's what's best for them. She would line me up last out of all the kids. And she said, oh, now I got to deal with her. So I understand that. But let me put myself in that role for 1 second. And he was, let's say they tried. And they're dealing, not that I have some magic wand, but I'm saying what I would do. We're knowing that he's going to do it anyway. The conversation about if he's going to do it is ended. That train's going to roll. Right before he went on the air, I'd go to his office and I say, may I please have a word with you? And I'm begging, may I please have a word with you? I would say to him, I understand that this is difficult for you. And I don't want to see more pain be caused. Will you please not do this? And let me tell you why. What the person said was not untrue. I'm sorry it pointed at you. But you have a pedigree that stands on its own despite an indisputable truth. So there's no battle before you. I need for you to be the king that I report to. It is my job that you look good. It is my job to defend your image, even when it's under attack. Let me do my job without your interference. Because after all, I'm darn good at it. Haven't I done it before? And I leave it at that. Now, if he say, okay, fine, I'd leave it at that. If he didn't seem convinced, I'd say this. I'd say, having said that, if you still insist on going out there, I need your permission to say to you, win, lose, or draw, that I spoke a truth as well, and you ignored it as you're about to do with this issue. Please don't do it. And I'd leave it at that. I'd leave it at that. Then it's off of me. It's off of my team. I'm putting myself in the position that all the people report to me. It's off of my team. It's off of me. Now, so that's that. Now, I will end with this. We all know too that in 2020, just 4 years ago, Rickey Smiley's daughter was shot in a road rage incident. We also all know that last year, a year ago now, a year ago to this Katt Williams interview, that it breaks my heart to say it. I have to reharness myself. A year ago, in January of last year, Rickey Smiley's 32-year-old son overdosed. They called it an intentional suicide, or they made it suicide, or maybe all overdoses are suicide, and I don't know, but he died a year ago. So I'm saying this also to say to him lovingly, you have a lot of deep episodal issues that are in your life at this moment, all together at one time, and now this Katt Williams situation. What does that matter in comparison? I'm asking you to take time for yourself. You certainly need it. Don't make any major decisions. Stop talking. Take a vacation. Take a time off. I don't know who could throttle through what you're going through right now, and the world would understand it too. Who fights such a battle in a weakened state? So take your time off. Now that's what I would say. So he should have hired me. That's what I'm saying. Okay, this is the type of people that you need to have around you. Not that it's me, but it's the compassion that's speaking. Okay, so sometimes just let silence be golden, especially when it's golden against an indisputable truth whose time has come, and we're in the truth of age. We're in the age of truth. We're in the age of truth. Just relax. And that's all that is about that, okay? And I love you. If you've gotten this far, please click subscribe. Bring a friend with you next time. Tune in tomorrow because I'm going to upload a very short. I really don't have much to say about Mr. Steve Harvey, but what I'll say to that king of comedy. It is an upload for tomorrow. So have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again. Click subscribe. Bye, y'all.